Hey y'all, Craig Wall, Georgia Trapping and Fishing. Today I got a video I'm gonna be doing about bartering. Okay, a while back, old Stoney's brother Mike's, he's got a bunch of chickens, and I ain't got no chickens right now, so we worked out a deal. He gave me a bunch of eggs, and his chickens quit laying right now, but they'll start laying when it cools back down. But Stoney said Mike said just give him some cantaloupes. So I got him some cantaloupes now, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him a few other things out of the garden. And you know, anytime that you can trade stuff out like that, you know, that's a good way to do it. Because he gave me a lot of eggs, and I've already gave them one load out of the garden. We're gonna give them another load today, and you know that works for people. You know, it keeps you from having to spend money at the grocery store. I need eggs. He didn't need eggs. You know, he needed vegetables. I got plenty of vegetables. So, you know, trade stuff out like that. You'd be surprised at what you can come up with, and you know, it works out good for everybody. You know, bartering's been around for centuries, of course. It was pretty much a way of life before currency came around, and you know, it got real popular again when the government asked everybody in World War I to start victory gardens. That kept the government from having to ration out food, and everybody started growing their own victory gardens, and everybody was trading back and forth, bartering. And you know, that got them through World War I, and then eventually it spilled on over into the Great Depression, which the government did enact food rationing, and the people had to have their victory gardens to supplement what little bit they got from the government. And of course, people would trade back and forth from their victory gardens, and that sustained them through the Great Depression. And you know, I'm not a gloomer and doomer, but I'll tell you what, young folks have never been through anything like that. I've never been through it, but I know my parents and grandparents did. And so people that think, oh, that'll never happen here in the United States, it's happened before. It could very easily happen again. With our economy we got right now and the food shortages we're seeing, it could very easily happen. So you need to be prepared. Either be stacking back a lot of canned goods or keeping stuff that you can do some bartering with. You know, if you got somebody down the street that makes their own bread, you know what the prices of bread are right now, and with what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, that's the bread belt. We may not get bread here eventually. So, you know, if you got somebody that makes bread, say, hey, I got 3 jars of homemade jelly. I'll swap you some jelly for some bread. You know, your kids will eat. Of course, it's like that with vegetables. Doesn't have to be a garden item. You know, it can be fruit trees. It can be bartering workout for food. You know, as long as you got something you can trade, you'll probably be all right. But it's going to get tough. I think it's really going to get tough. And you know, if you got chickens, just like Mike's got, that helps me out a lot. So y'all just think about these things. Like I said, I ain't a gloomer and doomer, but you know, if it's happened before, it can happen again. And we've just lived so good in this country, we don't realize how quick it can happen. So, all right, y'all, we got it all picked. Come on, I'll show you what I'm gonna give to Mike and Stoney for the eggs. Got 2 nice cantaloupes. They smell good too. I got a whole bunch of cucumbers. A bunch of mega marleys and what do you call those kind of tomatoes? Well, Romas. bunch of them. I picked 2 nice heads of cabbage. I think they'll like that. I think it's a pretty fair trade. If Mike's happy, I'm happy. So we'll see when they get here. All right, y'all. I appreciate you coming along. Hope this wasn't a downer or anything, but you know, just letting you know how I do things around here right now, and things ain't that bad. So, you know, just give it some thought. But I appreciate you watching, and I reckon I'll see you on the next one.